Hi, welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie, and of course, I am Debbie. Now, this is basically the introduction and overview, and I am going to post this separately. I've tried that about a month ago. I'm not quite sure which way people like it better. I might post a survey and we can ask about that more, okay? But anyway, this is going to be an overview of what the heck is going on in the world right now. I am going to talk to you about, what is in the stars or what is in the planetary movement. The other thing is, for this, I will be using my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot cards. Now, all the cards, I have prayed, meditated, and infused with Reiki energy. I'm a Reiki Master 3, so I have really been working with these cards a lot and just kind of like energizing them for all of us. But remember, these are general readings. They may or may not, resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. Now, I've been talking about just what's going on in January. Actually, I've been talking a lot about what's going on in March. We are already feeling that shift, and it's going to be a very interesting shift that Saturn going into Mars. Saturn contracts. Saturn's about rules, regulations. Saturn's going into Pisces. Pisces is dreamy. Pisces has very deep thoughts, very interesting and mysterious and very spiritual thoughts. So it's going to be an interesting time as that happens. We are transitioning. Saturn has been in Aquarius, and yes, truth versus illusion. So now we're going into some other type of action energy. We'll see what happens. I'll talk more about that as things come to me. But the other thing that we're having happen is Pluto, which has been in Capricorn since 2008, is transitioning into Aquarius. Now, it'll only do that. That again will be in Mars. It will only be doing that for about 3 months. Then it retros back into Capricorn till we get to 2024, and then it will be in Aquarius for, what would that be then, for 15 to 16 years. So now Pluto has been disrupting. It is a disruptive energy, disruptive power. It's been disrupting our physicality. It's been disrupting our government. It's disrupting our home values, our money values, things that are very tangible to us, our sense of security. Now, as it transitions into Aquarius, Aquarius is air energy. Aquarius wants things to be, Aquarius likes things to be even. Aquarius likes society to be in a better place. They want to raise the consciousness. They want to raise the thought processes up. So now we're having this disruptive energy move into Aquarius. So there could be some new ideas, new thoughts. It could be very positive energy for us, but it's not always easy, especially in our mind and our thoughts. Now, there's also something going on where Jupiter, which is in Aries, will be at a point with Saturn, which is in Pisces, in March also. And what's going to be happening is Jupiter will come to this 0 degree, and Saturn will come to this 0 degree. Now, Jupiter is about enlargement, is positivity, is about, good fortune. Saturn wants to, kind of like make everything very, very structured. So it's basically going to be a net zero between the two of these. Now, we'll also in March, we will also be starting the new astrological year. We will have the spring or fall, depending on where you're at, equinox. There's just a lot of very changing energies come this March. Okay, so again, I'll probably talk about that more, but if not, you can always come back to this, to this one, and we can talk a little bit more about it. So now, just in general, in the in the stars and such like that, Mercury, which is in Capricorn, is trining with, and that's a good relationship with Uranus, which is in Taurus. That's on the 30th. So we have this Mercury, communications, electronics in Capricorn, and which is again home energy, work energy, just how you're taking care of yourself, even energy. And Uranus, which we've talked about Uranus again, and that's in Taurus. Again, it's that earth energy. So they're working hand in hand. So it's not necessarily an unfavorable energy, but it can still be a very unexpected energy. Uranus has that way about it. The sun also, again on the 30th, in Aquarius, will be trining again with Mars, and that'll be a 9-degree with Gemini. And so Gemini and Aquarius, thought processes, air energy, thinking things through. It's really kind of, it's really a very powerful pushing type of energy. And then things kind of stay the same for right now. We're still feeling that transitional energy. It's still happening, but nothing really pinpointy until that 4th and that 5th. So the 4th of February, Aquarius squares with Uranus. The sun in Aquarius squares with Uranus, which is in Taurus. So think of it, they're like coming together like this. They're bracketing each other in. It's kind of pushing each of them possibly to their best or to their worst, depending on how we want to look at that. And then we have Venus, which is in Pisces, 11 degrees, squaring with Mars, which is in Gemini, 11 degrees. Now, the thing about that is Venus and Mars are lovers. They are caring for each other. They, this is where they want to be. Now, granted, they separate for a while, they live independently, and then they come back together. Now, they're squaring off again. They're kind of like pushing that energy together. And so the 4th and 5th could be kind of that energy where, have you ever had a conversation with somebody and it's either you've been the emotional one or you've been the one that's just been thinking so much about this. So Mars in Gemini is about thought processes, but Mars is a planet of, is the god of war. And then Pisces, dreamy, loving, wonderful, type of mysterious Pisces, very psychic, very spiritual, very manifesting Pisces. Venus is in there, the goddess of love. All about relationships. So there could be this struggle between what we know in our brain and what we feel in our heart. Or it could be two coming together, and you might find that you're having an argument depending on which one is pulling at you. You might be the more intellectual, this is the way and this is why, or you might be the more, don't you understand, this is what's going on type of energy here. So interesting with that. Then on the 5th of February, we do have the full moon in Leo. It's in the afternoon to the evening Eastern time. And we've got a lot of stuff working with that. Okay. So a lot of stuff, a lot of things happening. We're entering into a period of transition. So let's go on and let's see what we have here. Like I said, what in the world? What in the world is going on for this time? Okay, time period. Cards are falling out. Interesting with that too, because there is money energy here. There is, let's put that so maybe we don't have it so crooked here. Okay, so remember, court cards have dual energies. We have our King of Pentacles. King energy does have an underlying energy of air, swords, and that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And then our Pentacle energy has Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So we've got, I was talking about Aquarius and Gemini. I was talking about, Capricorn and Taurus. So we have this. Oh, okay. We got a couple of cards just flying out. Let's see what we've got going on with this. And let me try to adjust this camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, these are all reversed. So reversed cards to me has a little stronger energy. Now, some people read them as the opposite. To me, it's stronger energy. So we're going to make them all come, we're going to write them all up so that I can take a look at these a little bit more. So we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, like I said, underlying energy is air, swords. Very linear in his thinking, this is how things have to be. Oh, and I have no idea why we're glitching, but I don't know if you're glitching for this too, but the King, again, stands in his power. Pentacles is our earth energy. It's our money, job, career. It's our tangible energy. It's also our own energy too. It's how we're living our lives and how things are affecting us. The King of Pentacles is a subject matter expert. The King of Pentacles brings money. The King of Pentacles makes people very financially secure. So there is a financial security here. There is this king. There is this subject matter expert. There is this sense of everything's being taken care of. Don't worry about this so much. But again, there is this, like I said, this is somebody that knows what they're doing and knows how to proceed. Okay, so now we get the Page of Wands. Now the page underlying energy is Pentacles, but now Wands is our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius. Now the page of the page is usually about a new position or a new opportunity or something that is coming to you. It has great excitement to it. It has something that is really, quite remarkable in its in what the pathway is. But the Wands adds the passion, fire energy, passionate. It is very consuming. It is very, oh my God, it's very flashy type of energy with it too. So, the Page of Wands has this new opportunity. It's a new possibility. It's something very, very passionate. You really want to go after this. It engages all your senses in many ways. It's like it engages your, what you're seeing, feeling, hearing. It's just, you're all in on it all. You're just all in, and let's get moving with it. So, very optimistic energy. Very, like I said, very money-caring, subject matter expert, lives a life of abundance, and kind of is, with these two, putting it, since they both share that pentacle energy, it's whatever this new opportunity is, I do feel like these two are very connected. Now we come to our Seven of Cups. So 7 is a divine number, divine opportunity. I'm sorry, I'm going with the opportunity here. It's a divine number. It's a divine intervention. It's a divine interference energy. Cups is our water, our Cancer, and our Pisces. Now remember, Venus is in Pisces. Neptune is also in Pisces. This is about choices. What are we going to do with these choices? Do we go with the flow and, and look into this opportunity? Do we, choose something different? Do we, some of these choices are very, that look very, very positive. Some of these choices look like, I'm not going to say that they're negative, but they look a little bit on the dangerous side. Some of the choices, I'm kind of being attracted to this this person that's coming out. Yet, I'm kind of thinking maybe is that a spiritual energy there? Because, it is going with the blue, which is water. A lot of times water could be about clouds. And also, too, it looks like, they are up in the sky, I should say. So it could be very highfalutin type of energy where it's like, oh, anything, everything, is possible. My head is in the clouds. Maybe things aren't as realistic. But whatever this is bringing about, it brings about choices, it brings about opportunities, it brings about something more. Now, so we have that 7 energy. We have we have this energy. We have air, earth, and fire energy with this. These two are very strongly connection, but then we have this card that also fell out, okay? So here is a 16. So we have the 10, 1, 0, transitioning energy, 5, change, and a 1 is a new beginning. It comes to a 16. 6 is also the number of man. It's the energy you put into something. 1 plus 6 becomes that 7. So we have that 7 energy. This is the Tower. This is where everything has to come down. This is where everything has to crumble. The thing about the Tower is, people get a little bit worried. Well, they get very worried when they see the Tower. Yes, it is like it's pulling the rug out from underneath your feet. Everything has to come out. Everything has to fall apart. We always look at these two as like, well, what? I always think of them. I know that he's got a cape on, but I always think of them in their pajamas too, like they were sleeping and they just weren't aware when things were happening. But we have the fire energy. We have a crown energy. We have, You know, it's like everything has to go away. Now, are we this, or is this what's leaving us? Are they jumping onto hard rocks, or is there something, you know, softer for them to land upon? I can't tell you that. However, when I see the tower, it's like there is a lot of, this to me has a lot of crumbling energy. You know, I think of this old tower that's just been standing too long and needs a good, and just needs a good tear down in order for something much better to be built. So we got some interesting stuff here. Choices, and then, you know, money energy, good energy, security energy, choices, and then we have something being torn down, something being, you know, like the rug being pulled out from the underneath. Okay, let's see what else we might have. We're going to use these, and I'm sorry that my camera is glitching. We'll see. I do not know why. Sometimes I look at it as, oh, somebody doesn't want the message to get seen. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see. Nope, not coming out. Okay, higher power. What else do you want to say? The nice thing about the tower is when we have the tower, the next card after that is the star, which is all about hope. And there's like a new hope that comes. But it has to all come, it all has to come down. It all has to come down. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Hanged Man. So we have a major arcana again. We have a 12, 1, 10, and then we have that 2 energy, which is choices, decisions. Now, you know, I mean, we have choices with this because this says here, there's opportunities, there's choices, but we do have choices with this, also this 2. 1 plus 2 is a 3, celebration, creativity, the power of 3. This is the Hanged Man. And it's interesting that this, I don't know, is this a moon that's behind him? He's, you know, this is, you know, you always look at the Hanged Man. He is hanging upside down. He is not necessarily in distress. He's not fighting against anything. In some ways, with this card, he's in many ways balancing himself. He's keeping things on, you know, in a balance. The Hanged Man is how you look at things. How, you know, it's a new perspective, but it's all about how are you looking at things? Are you looking at the tower and thinking, oh my gosh, you know, oh my gosh, run, henny penny, run, the sky is falling? Or are you looking at it like, no, you know, this had to happen to clear the way. This had to happen so that something new could be built. It's all how you look at the situation, and that's how that's how you'll work through it. Remember, I am always telling you not to be afraid. You know, again, you know, we still have to live our lives. Whatever goes on in the world, you know, that's in the world. That's in God's higher power's hands. We can pray, meditate. We can send very strong and high vibrations high up, you know, but we still have to live our lives. So, okay, so that's kind of the introduction overview, what's going on in the world. I will be posting the videos separately without this, so I hope you do watch this at least one time. As always, though, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.